Welcome to another edition of 42 Straight Years In, Volume 2, Part 44. On my crackhead update, there's 5 7-Elevens within a 6-block radius of where I live. It's the only place you can get some gas around here is 7-Eleven. And this lady, she pulled up in a Benz and she stopped. She went in the store. Before she could make it out of the store, a tow truck pulled up right behind her and repoed her Benz. And she had the 550 Benz. And she was ashamed as hell getting repoed. She tried to tell the tow driver, I sent the money to the bank. He said, well, the bank have been paid in 3 months. So repoing this Mercedes. Man, that lady was ashamed as hell. I ended up giving her a ride. She lived about 200 yards from where I live. I gave her a ride and she was talking to me in the car. First thing come out of her mouth, she was saying, yeah, I'm rich. I can afford to pay for this Benz. I was thinking, if you were rich, you would have paid cash for the Benz. You wouldn't be making monthly payments. Anyway, she got in the car with me, and first thing come out of her mouth, what do you do for a living? I looked at her, I said, I just live. She said, oh, all right. And I drove on home. I didn't respond right, so she didn't have no more conversation. And another incident, at Fiesta, further down Ross Avenue, this guy was outside the car. Man, he was clocking this lady inside the car. That's his old lady. And she wasn't even trying to duck. Boy, he was wearing her out. I could look at his arm and tell he just got through setting plasma. It was in a nice vehicle. I don't know what he was mad about. But I don't know if they were crackheads, but he set in plasma. He was a young guy. Well, that's I ain't gonna say crackhead update, because the lady in the Benz, I don't know if she was a crackhead or not. Y'all know what it is. Get your shanks out and let's ride. I'm working with a new camera, so I don't know how this gonna turn out. My old lady hooked me up with this camera. I ain't never used it before. I'm having problems trying to upload thumbnails or attachments. Yeah, I had one guy in the comment section was complaining about guys who go to prison, went to prison multiple times, and they add all that up and say that's the amount of time they served. Well, I just ordered my judgment and sentence to show when I was convicted. And I ain't never had been to prison before. And it was emailed to me. They had a hard time locating my file. I called the district clerk at 9 in the morning as soon as they opened. And it took them about 4:30 to locate my file. She kept saying, well, it's in another building. We got to check. And if they got to research your case, they charge you $25. They charged me $5 for the document, but I had to pay $30 total. When I conclude this video, I'm going to try to upload it. They emailed it to me and I downloaded it. It went to Drive. And I've been messing with this camera trying to see if I can get it from Drive over to Photos where I can upload it. But I can't figure out how to do it from Drive. And another deal concerning my book, some ignorant fucker over on Tim Snow's Texas Prison Channel said, hey, some guy from Africa wrote this book. Listen, you stupid son of a bitch. I was born in Omdurman, Sudan. You crazy bastard, that's me. My name was originally Shaky Ali Haj Jabel. I came to the United States when I was 8 years old. I didn't speak one word of English. My first language was Arabic. I did not speak English. My mother was a school teacher, and she was going to college trying to get educated. She was living in England trying to get educated, going to college, and I lived with my grandfather. My name translated means the old man who made the pilgrimage to the Blue Mountains. We lived in the Blue Mountain region of Sudan. When I came to the introduction in my book is wrote by my mother. All I gotta do is look at it. My mother wrote that introduction. And people just be jumping to conclusions, be trolling these damn YouTube channels. You know, I don't understand why you can't create your own content. Man, all this crap going on in the world, it's easy to find content. You know, I created a YouTube channel about prison, but I don't just deal with prison. I deal with social issues also. I'm going to deal in an area that I'm an expert in. And very little someone can tell me about a prison, especially a Texas prison. Very few people can tell me anything about a Texas prison that I don't already know. And concerning my conviction, the crime occurred here in Dallas. I had a lawyer. He was a professor at the SMU School of Law. That was my attorney. So he got my case on a change of venue to Smith County, Tyler, Texas. That's where I went to court at. Now these clowns over in Tyler, Texas, at the conclusion of the trial, on my judgment and sentence, it shows that I had a prior conviction. I ain't never had a prior conviction. The lawyer told me, don't say anything about it. We'll try to use that on appeal to get the conviction overturned. After I was convicted, they was in such a rush to get me back to Dallas. I was convicted in '75. They never formally sentenced me. They transferred me back to Dallas County. My second day back in Dallas County, I was on the Bluebird headed to Huntsville, Texas, to the diagnostic unit without a formal sentencing. Now, we raised that issue on appeal, but the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals said that was a harmless error. And they refused to overturn the case on that ground. Then we had a illegal arrest and illegal search and seizure. My appeal was denied in 1979, and I filed a writ of certiorari to the United States Supreme Court. And I lost that round. But prior to me, I came to prison in 1975. They bench warranted me back to Dallas County and formally sentenced me in '76 because I didn't have an official judgment and sentence in my commitment papers. You got to have that in order to be committed to a prison. But this was in '75. Hell, they did shit the way they wanted to. If I'd have had this same case in this era right here, I would have been acquitted. With the political situation now, and all the spotlight is on the police officers, I would have been acquitted. But 75, they ain't trying to hear nothing you talking about. Now, what they had did to simplify the trial for the Smith County officials, they dismissed the capital murder and just tried me for first-degree murder. But in Dallas County, they had offered me a deal to plead guilty for 5,000 years. I refused. They went as low as 500, if you want to call that low. You know, I still refused. I went in front of a jury and got life. I had one black juror. They asked her, could you sentence this man to his rest of his natural life in prison? She immediately said, yes, sir, I sure could. I'll never forget that. I turned around and looked at her. Come on, man. You don't even know the facts of the case. You don't even know what happened. But already you can sentence me. You ain't heard none of the evidence. You know, it's too many guys who troll other people's channels. I don't know why in the hell you do it when you can create your own content. When you got low brain activity, you can't think. Man, I could come up with all type of content if I was going in the YouTube business, even if I'd never been to prison. I still could come up with content. I can just go here in Dallas and go to the West End with a GoPro camera. Man, it's some ignorant fools in the West End. It happened. Something happened every day, all day. Or I can head over to South Dallas and get me a video in 1 hour's time, because you're going to see some ignorant fools. Now, I don't know why these guys don't create their own content and always riding other YouTubers' dick instead of doing their own damn thing. One old bitch-made dude, he always would come in the comment section. Yeah, I mean, hey, what do you think? What did you study in the law library? Why did you do this? Why you... Damn, dude, look at the video. I'm not trying to explain to you my whole life story. I really don't give a fuck how you feel about shit. I don't even give a fuck. You don't mean a damn thing to me, going or coming. I can care less about your funk ass. You don't mean shit to me. Now, I can look at people now and see why prison is so fucked up. Everybody in prison came from the outside. So that means you came there fucked up. That prison ain't made you like that. That's how you really are. That's why a lot of people have a hard time or get their ass tore off the bone. They always stay in somebody else's fucking business, always gossiping, entertaining a bunch of bullshit instead of worrying about themselves. Now, I don't know why y'all stay on my dick. Get off my dick. I don't like homosexuals. I'm used to being around them in a prison. There's plenty of them in a prison. I did business with them. They never fucked with them. And some of you fucked up motherfuckers, y'all would have made it a hot day. You probably could make it in this modern prison. You wouldn't have made it in that old one, because your ass was going to be tested. You couldn't talk your way through shit. You had to get out there and prove that you can do all that shit. Wasn't going to be no talking. You know, I just like to set the record straight. Yeah, when I'm on Texas Prison Stories, Tim Snow is interviewing me. And we got time constraints. So when he asks me a question, a lot of time I can't elaborate, and he would go to something else. So I can't fully elaborate in my response. So that'll make it seem a little bit screwed up. Now check it out when I got my own channel. I can sit there and go into graphic details or go into detail on what actually happened. But I can't do it on someone else's channel. I'm going to get this video out. I got to head over to Oak Cliff, over to my buddy's place of business, and get this uploaded. Still ain't got no Wi-Fi. Y'all like and subscribe. Keep your motherfucking shanks ready, because I'll be demonetized on this one. I already know it. I ain't even worried about it. Fuck it. Put in a goddamn bucket. Y'all like and subscribe, and I appreciate you watching.